Hello, Year 7. As a start, I would like you to identify the false statements or statement. So I'm going to give you a minute or so to think. So the first one says, if I get pain in my joints when I'm older, I know it's because my cartilage is rubbing together. So is that a true statement or a false statement? The next one, synovial fluid acts like a lubricant to reduce friction. Is that a true statement or a false statement? And lastly, it is more important to have ligaments and tendons in the knee than to have cartilage and fluid in the knee. Is that true or false? So which one did you go for? Let's look. So the first two are true statements and the last one is a false statement. This lesson we're going to look at muscles and movement. Last lesson it was movement and joints, and in this one it's movement and muscles. The learning outcomes are you should be able to describe the function of major muscle groups and explain how antagonistic muscles cause movement. Muscles are found all over the body and they are a type of tissue. They work together to make the body move. So you've got shoulder muscles which help raise and lower the arms, neck muscles which hold the head up and move it in all directions. You've got triceps and biceps which bend and straighten the arm. Abdominal muscles which move the torso and help with breathing. Thigh muscles which move the lower legs. Shin muscles which help to move the foot up and down and side to side. And calf muscles which pull the heel up and point the toes. Now, when we're talking about muscles, obviously, we're not, that is a bodybuilder that you're looking at, and I think that is just OTT. Okay, but that is somebody who has developed their muscles, but to an extreme end. So how do muscles work? We have tendons that connect muscle to bone, and it is shown in white. Remember the last lesson, we said that there is a type of tissue that connects bone to bone or links bone to bone. And you need to remember the two different ones. So tendons connect muscle to bone and ligaments connect bone to bone. Tendons are not elastic and stretchy, and this allows the muscles to pull up on a bone. If tendons were stretchy, when a muscle contracted to move a joint, it would stretch the tendon and the joint wouldn't move. Tendons have to be very tough and strong to hold powerful muscles to strong bones. Muscles can only contract and pull. Muscles can only contract and pull, and it is important that you remember that. As a result, they have to work in antagonistic pairs. So look at a straightened arm on the left and a bent arm on the right. So the muscles at the front of your arm are known as biceps, and the ones at the back of your arms are known as triceps. So when the biceps are relaxed, the triceps are contracted, and vice versa. When the triceps are relaxed, the biceps are contracted. Thanks to Mr. Aero, he's going to demonstrate how these muscles work in pairs.
Hi Year 7 and welcome to another video. Today we're going to look at muscles. So unfortunately you're going to get a nice close-up of my tan or lack thereof because it's been nice and sunny outside. And we're going to talk about a special type of muscle, an antagonistic pair of muscles. And the best way to show that is on an arm. So Miss Odiemi is going to talk it through and then I'll explain it in a little bit more detail about antagonistic muscle. So your elbow joint. Miss Odiemi?
Okay. Hi guys. Muscles are attached to the bones by tendons. So when a muscle contracts, it pulls on a bone. If the bone is part of a joint, the bone will move. So we're going to look at how antagonistic muscles work together. Muscles can only pull, they cannot push. Remember this from when you did forces in, when you were back in school, when you were looking at push and pull. But muscles can only pull, they can't push. This means that two muscles have to work together at a joint. If you only had one muscle in your arm, you may be able to bend your arm, but you won't be able to straighten it. So at the front of your arm, you've got your bicep muscles, and at the back, you've got your tricep muscles. To bend the arm, the bicep muscles contract, as Mr. as Mr. Ero is showing you. And the tricep muscles, they relax. So you should try it yourself. Bend your arm and you will feel your triceps relaxing and your biceps contracting. Okay,
Contract,
yeah.
Relax.
Okay,
Contract,
biceps,
relax.
triceps. Okay, in order to straighten your arm, the bicep muscles relax and the tricep muscles contract. Okay. And these are called antagonistic pair. It is the same way with the muscles in your legs as well. They have to work in pairs. Don't forget that word, antagonistic muscles.
Okay.
How do our muscles work? Well, Mr. Ero did some demonstrating just a few minutes ago. So muscles work by, what's the missing word? Good, contracting, getting shorter and fatter, and the pull on the bones. But once contracted, a muscle cannot, what can it not do by itself? It cannot relax again by itself. So each muscle needs a partner to pull it longer again and move the bone back in the opposite direction. So here you've got a picture or two pictures, one of a bent arm and a straightened arm. What do you notice about the muscles? And do you remember which muscle is which? Okay, over here we have the biceps on the left and the bent arm, and that is where it has contracted and it is shorter and it is fatter. And you've got the triceps, which are the back, and they are relaxed and longer. Then when you straighten your arm, the triceps contract and the biceps relax. So the triceps here have become shorter and fatter compared to the picture on the left, and the biceps are longer and thinner. And that is how you're able to straighten and bend your arm. Two muscles working together in opposite directions are called what? This is a key word that you must remember. They are called antagonistic muscles. And the correct spelling of the name has been on a few slides back. You need to remember how to spell them correctly. So the biceps and triceps in our arms are antagonistic muscles. They work in a pair and in opposite directions. On the screen here, you've got some sentences and you need to find what the key words are. Pause the video now and try and work out what the key words would be from 1 to 7. Again, you do not need to submit anything because the answers will be coming up on the next screen. So what connects bone to bone? What is a smooth material at the end of bones? The place where bones meet bones, what is that called? What connects bone to muscle? The liquid part of the joint is known as what? A type of joint found at the elbow is, and a type of joint found at the shoulder is. So this is going back to, especially these last two are going back to the last lesson. So try and see if you can work out the correct answers. Okay, the answers are coming up. So a ligament connects bone to bone. Cartilage is a smooth material at the end of bones. The place where bones meet is known as joint. Tendons connect bone to muscle. A liquid part of the joint is known as the synovial fluid. A type of joint found at the elbow is the hinge joint, and a type of joint found at the shoulder is a ball and socket joint. Okay, next you can try and make your own model of how the triceps and biceps in your arms work. You will need 4 things: elastic bands, strips of thick, strong cardboard, a split pen, and stapler and scissors. So cut 2 equal lengths of card from thick, strong cardboard. You do not need to, as long as the sizes are the same, so it doesn't have to be very long, and it doesn't have to be, really short either. Just do a length that would be easy for you to do. A4 card is perfectly okay, although it might be a little bit thin. So if you're going to use A4, maybe use 2 stuck together just to make it a bit stronger, or get a cardboard box from from the shops, or a cereal packet. Okay, place 1 strip of card on top of the other. Push a split pen through both pieces of card. This must be no less than 5 centimeters in from the edge. Now, if you do not have a split pen, you can try and use like a rubber band or a piece of string to go, once you've made a hole in the end, to put it through. It might not move perfectly, but it's just for you to have an idea of how the muscles move the bones in the body. So 4 elastic bands to length, 2 will be short and 2 will be, you need to have 2 that are longer. Staple the elastic bands in place. The 2 shorter ones will attach on the outside of the arm, and the 2 longer bands will attach on the inside of the arm. So the longer ones are the green ones and the shorter ones are the red ones. Attach them so that they are tight but not pulling. And then you can move the pieces of cardboard to represent this is a bent arm, or what would it look like if you straighten it. So if you straighten the pieces of card, then what would the elastic band, what will happen to the elastic band? What would it look like? And that's meant to represent your what the biceps muscles will look like when they contract and when they relax. I hope you enjoy making the model year 7, and see you next week.